Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026, our very first show here on Breakfast Central, and we thought to come in with a little bit of spice to give you a different feel and let you know that you're expected to have so much surprises and excitement all through the year. We hope that you had a wonderful crossover and that you're really optimistic about the goodies that lie ahead in the new year. You're welcome to Breakfast Central. My name is Olive Emodi.
And I'm Benga Bro. Happy New Year, everyone, wherever you're watching across the world. I believe everyone has crossed over, even the guys in North America.
Yes.
It's 2026 everywhere in the world. The New Zealanders, actually, there's a small island called Christmas Island, just after New Zealand. They were the first to see 2026.
They were waiting for others to catch up.
They will also be the first to see Rapture.
Wow.
But on a serious note, it's great to have you join us this beautiful year. I mean, we did a lot last year, but trust us, we have a lot in store for you in 2026. 2026 is going to be massive.
I thought you live like 2025.
That's right. That's right. It just said massive. You didn't add, please.
Yes,
This
let's
is,
leave it at that.
it's, anyway, it's 2026. I think my message would be welcome to 2026. It's time for us to do something differently, if you must and if you may. But again, I woke up this morning and said something has started. And whether we like it or not, because we belong to the news and current affairs circle, your brain is much more like an antenna. It's telling you, oh, remember, today's the 1st of January, 1st of January 2026. And we're still going to get used to the fact that you have to write 2025 at some point and then you cancel and then you write 2026. You know, that happens
It takes
often.
like a month.
Yeah, it takes like a period of time.
Into a new year. And even when you're saying, you're welcome to so 2025, 2026, it will take a while before it fully settles in. But whilst we hadn't gotten into 2026 yet, it will interest you to know that your politicians have even got into 2027. So the rest of us Nigerians have caught up with, or we're catching up with them. We're playing catch up. But it's good to have you here. We're streaming live on YouTube as usual. Go on YouTube. News Central Live is where we're streaming. Drop a comment. Do you like what we see? Do we look good? Do you like that we chose to start the new year on a new note? Gentlemen, I must commend you that you both look like a delight.
Thank you very much.
It's so great to be flanked.
Allow
me to compliment you first now.
Okay.
It's so great to be flanked by incredibly handsome men that are not just handsome externally, but are seasoned with depth, intellectual depth. And I consider it an honor to have been able to serve alongside with you in delivering the finest of media practice in terms of journalism and broadcasting. And you both made my 2025 beautiful. It's one thing to like your job. You need to stop
at this point because there's no way we can top this.
I'm almost done. It's one thing to like your job.
Crying, man.
It's another thing to like the people that you do it with. And I really like my colleagues, and I consider this an immense blessing. So thank you for making 2025.
I would go further and say, I really don't like you. I love you. Yes, you're an amazing human being.
Thank you so much.
You have a beautiful heart. And you make coming to work every day special.
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
And the same applies to Joe. It's just that I can't tell him in love.
No.
I mean, many beer.
Let's not forget to, I mean, I'm going to say the same. Working with you guys has been splendid. Olive just highlighted something, and that's true. You wake up every morning. With the kind of work we do, we have to sleep very late at night and wake up very early in the morning. I wake up 4 a.m. every morning.
Yes.
And when you wake up at that time, there are two things that keeps you going. You look at the fact that you have to provide. So it's key. That's a driver. Secondly, okay, let's say three. Secondly, you look at the fact that it's something you love doing.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is, who are the people you're going to work with? They motivate you.
Who makes life easy.
I remember where I used to work in, there's some places you might work in and you don't feel, you love the job,
but you don't
feel motivated going there. Yeah, we must be honest, News Central is actually a good place to work, whether we like it or not.
And Breakfast Central team is the best team.
Lovely guys. And we must say that the team are also looking ravishing today.
Yes.
I think we should call
amazing.
Them and at the end of the show.
Maybe at the end of the show we should actually
introduce them to our audience.
Well. Let's give them their 2 minutes of fame.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
2 minutes
so now that we're done with all the love, you can continue with showing us all the love in the comment section on YouTube. Let's now get into the political stories today. In Port Harcourt last year, whichever you prefer.
No, Port Harcourt, just say last year.
Last year, former Senator Magnus Abe stirred fresh political conversation when he declared that if any Nigerian politician were given the option to choose only one friend in politics, anyone who is wise, should choose Nyesom Wike. Abe said that Wike has proven to be loyal and dependable in difficult moments, describing him as someone who stands firmly by his allies when it truly matters. He noted that in Nigerian politics, where alliances often shift overnight, having a reliable friend can determine political survival, and in his view, Wike fits that description. Recall that Abe and Wike had their share of political tension in the past, including open disagreements and rivalry during River State heated political battles. And now he says that those differences do not change Wike's reputation for courage and consistency with his allies. His comment has since triggered mixed reactions, with many saying he's sending a message to President Tinubu, while others are saying he's directly referring to Governor Fubara. Let's take a look at the video.
If this is the only, if any Nigerian politician is given the option to choose only one friend in politics, if the person is wise, he should choose Wike as his only friend. If you have only one friend, let it be Wike. If you are to choose only one opponent, please make sure that that opponent is not Wike. Because if your one opponent is Wike, you will have problems in this country. We, the Kokana people, we, the Ogoni people, we have chosen our own friend. In the politics of Nigeria, you and Tinubu are our friends. If this is the only friends we will have, we are content to have you people. We will not.
If you dey follow Fubara, no dey go corner. Fubara, they tell you something. If you dey follow Asuwaji, no dey waka corner. Fubara, they tell you something. See Fubara tell you something. See Fubara tell you something. If you dey follow Fubara,
Of River State people like Ibadan, go to Ibadan. As we sit here now, I'm moving to Pambra. The local governor of River State. There is only one governor in River State. Whether you like it or you don't like it or if you like, shout from now to tomorrow. Only how many governors?
All right, so we're starting this year with the controversy that has started already in River State. It's hotting up, and it's 2026.
I wouldn't call it controversy. They're just affirming their loyalty.
Well,
to a political friend.
I can smell a rat from afar. And it's just the start of 2026. And you know, by the way, everyone should understand that this is the real political year. It's not 2027.
Yeah, of course.
It is 2026.
The heavy lifting will be done this year.
It started in 2025.
All the conventions will be done this year.
You know, the flag you have the
bearers.
conventions. Everybody will pick who's going to represent their party, the primaries, and so on and so forth. It starts in 2026. So we're going to see a lot of conversations, controversies, and so on. And while we're highlighting that in River State,
and more defections.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
After they've done conventions and some political gladiators
did not emerge, they'll try to quickly move.
Look to other parties. If they don't get Labour Party, they can try Zenith Labour Party.
I agree.
Things
I
like
agree.
that.
Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's see what Nigerians are saying about this statement on X. Of course, your opinion counts as well. Please go on YouTube and drop a comment. We're streaming live on YouTube. Emino Patrick says, subtly told the president not to have Wike as an enemy. Really? I said it before the problem had landed in APC already. It is Wike that will destroy APC and fail Tinubu. Who is Wike really? Maybe he has something against, or who is really Wike? Maybe he has something against the president that we don't know, Emino Patrick says. Arabapura says, they keep sending cryptic messages to Tinubu. Magnus, what a shame. And then the next one, Port Harcourt Socials, these people have no shame. Our next one, and I used to like this guy before, upon waiting we can use your IC for Rivers election. Omo, now wow, Big Local Source
You know
says.
what they say about no permanent friends and enemies.
Yes, and the last one says, next election goes strong.
He goes strong, my brother.
On YouTube.
And guess what? He said next election goes strong. Look at the date in which he said it. December 31, 2025.
Absolutely.
So he was getting ready for today, from the start of today. That's why I said 2026. If you they follow the situation.
This next one, I want to take on YouTube as well, just to remind our audience that we're taking comments from YouTube.
Oh my God.
Jones Stoimpre, I hope I got that correct. You're our first commenter for the year 2026. I think he deserves a round of applause.
History has been made.
History has been made. And this one's comment says, this one called Magnus lacks character.
This
Stomach
one, wow.
infrastructure.
The stomach structure.
That's real.
It just reminded me, I mean, we all know who stomach infrastructure, when we hear that, who we're referring to. But these are the thoughts. I mean, there might be a subtle message, but I see the spirit behind what he's saying. Like yesterday, last year, when we're speaking about the issues in River State, I did say one thing. There are certain people, if you want to come to a fight with them, you better fight to the win or fight to the death. You fight to win or fight to the death. You can't go halfway. And Wike is one of those people. He understands the game of politics. He is courageous, bullish in a sense, ready to do the things that lily-livered people cannot do. So if you're not ready to fight with that level of doggedness, confidence, courage, then don't fight Wike.
Then in all these fights and all these alliances and all this politicking, I keep asking one question: where are the people of River State and all of this?
That's it.
And they should be the number one and the most important deciding factor. Because all these fights, are you fighting that, oh no, we don't have enough pipe-borne waters, I need to fight my enemy in order to provide pipe-borne waters, we need to build record number of schools, look at what the Akwa Ibomites are doing, you know, that type of positive competition. No, it's about, you know, primitive accumulation of wealth, influence, control, blackmail, and it's really, really sad. We need to not, we shouldn't even encourage all this, because it's almost like a movie, a Nollywood drama. We should draw them back to their primary assignments, which is governance and providing for the people, because the people are the most important.
The problem is, how do we draw them back into governance?
By discussing governance and telling them, like there was one of these advocacy groups released
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Also released a project done by the Senate President, and they flagged it overinflated.
Yeah,
I think it was
how many millions?
Yeah, 350 million.
350 million.
50 million could have done the project.
Yeah.
So things like that should be what should be driving conversations in the media discourse and not personal fights.
So Binga, I mean, I just want to ask.
I know it's news, but
yeah, I also want to ask.
Let's talk about the things that matter.
Maybe, do you also think that the media can be held complicit, especially looking at the fact that, I mean, these are conversations that whether we like it or not, we must talk about them.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I'm also thinking that now that 2026 has started, we might want to also create an avenue to drive conversations focusing on governance.
We should be deliberate about
Yes,
it.
we should.
Well, you know, the funny
can
thing-
easily be
However,
distracted by politicians.
I'm coming as
and
well.
their
I'm coming.
shenanigans.
Yes, I'm heading somewhere. And the reason is because everyone watching us now should also realize that this is 2026, and maybe we can also start as the media, which of course the fourth realm, ask questions such as, which is what I want to ask. 2026 is the biggest year for Nigerian politics, not 2027. Take note. Are you still going to go for sausage and 2-5 and satin, yard and t-shirt? Just last week, someone shared Ijebu Gari. I don't know if you saw that. With the face of the president.
I think
plastered
one
on
more
it,
thing,
and so on.
Joe and Olive,
Already.
I want to stress is you don't have to wait for election season to start governance and accountability.
You
It
should
starts
actually
now
not
that they've
wait.
implemented tax law. Okay, you want to spend our money, you will be accountable for every naira you spend. You know, you need to keep them honest. You need to keep them on the toes. They need to be accountable. They need to be transparent. They need to show workings for what they've done in the past. Full subsidy removal.
We don't know how much was
you know, we keep moving on. and they say, you know, Nigerians are very dogged people, we persevere. That's a negative trait. You need to hold people accountable so that you have systems that work for generations. We're very short-sighted.
I think we can introduce something new if we agree, I mean, amongst ourselves on this show, that I think we should start setting up reminders, having reminders daily on the program, telling Nigerians, remember to ask the right questions and so on and so on. Possibly sensitization, content and production would also be of
Joe, whether we like it or not, and I agree with both of you in that we should be deliberate about the conversations. I think we are. At least here on News Central, we are deliberate. But this is a social media era. If you don't carry it, somebody else will carry it.
No, we understand.
And these news will still go viral.
Yeah.
You know, and the audience, the consumers are feeding on it. They criticize it, but they find it very entertaining. So there's a huge demand on that kind of. They go there just to abuse them. They would insult them, they would abuse them, but they will watch it. So I don't know how we're going to do it, because we are also our attention span is very short.
In Nigeria,
we're very easily distracted. Yes.
I mean, nobody's talking about the CNG anymore. 2026.
We move on from one issue to another.
I've not seen the CNG issue.
And the lack of multiple stations, because the only one CNG station we have around here, there's always a huge queue
somewhere.
And these are people that are trying to buy into the government's initiative, you know, make pollute the environment less. And then you have such a long queue, get cheaper.
They are regretting now.
Yes.
I met someone picked me up and he said his brother is regretting having converted his car to a CNG, that they've had challenges in getting the gas, and sometimes the price, nobody's talking about it. The prices are inflated like times 2.
Almost like
and there's nobody they can report to. They've tried their best. As we start January 1, 2026, I think, Binga, there are a few questions we need to ask, and it's good to ask the government. Where are the CNG buses? Can't find them. I don't know if you can find them in your area. I've not seen the CNG buses. Where are the filling stations that were supposed to have the CNG, stations as well that can take your
I remember they sent influencers to India. They were so happy.
Two-Face was there. Money. Who else? I mean,
they've abandoned everybody that's converted now.
They were going everywhere preaching the message of conversion, but
the same way they are preaching the message of taxation.
Even the presidency.
But taxation is people's hard earned.
Even the presidency.
And they will have to show working for the
Even the presidency, I dare the SSA that will join us to tell us that the presidency, all their cars are CNG.
Of course not. Anyway, let's move over from there. Still talking about politics and the political alliances. Former Kano State Governor and NNPP leader Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has made headlines again. And yesterday he did make headlines after declaring that nobody has left us unsucceeded. He made the remark while addressing supporters during the turnout of ADC members joining the NNPP. So while we're seeing certain bigwigs moving to the ADC and the APC, we're seeing the ADC members moving to the NNPPs, an exchange. He stressed that the party remains intact and is growing stronger despite recent political defectors. Kwankwaso told the crowd that politics rewards loyalty and consistency, not constant cross-carpeting, and argued that those who walked away only proved the strength of the structure that they left behind. He added that new members are coming in daily and that the movement is focused on the future, not on those who have exited. His comments have drawn mixed reactions across the political space, but his message was clear. In his view, those who stay with the NNPP are the ones positioned to succeed. Let's take a look.
Beyond what I was of course, I'm aware that very few of you have decided to cross the line, to go to the other side. Don't worry. Don't worry. But if you know them, advise them. Nobody in this country or elsewhere has ever succeeded with footage. But when it doesn't work that way. And if you are in doubt, look at our history. Even those small from 1999 to date, all those who betrayed this group, like all other groups, like all other individuals, they have never succeeded. I don't even know why. They will succeed temporarily. Day 1, day 2, day 3, year 1, year 2. Some in this state were looking like they are succeeding for 10 years. If you ask them, where are you now? They are on the floor, flat.
Very interesting conversation there in that gathering. Well, just to let you know that there is... No, it doesn't. So the thing is, the northern politicians don't believe in the live band. It's actually the southern politicians, south, of course. You see Wike has that, Fubara maybe following his leader. But NNPP is trained, and that's because the Kano State governor, okay, is moving to the APC.
Well, he hasn't officially declared.
He was
There's
supposed to announce.
of
Yes, he was supposed to announce. He's going to announce very soon. But what we hear is from the coffers of the NNPP. I mean, we've reached out to the media person, and he said that the NNPP is not in support of the governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf, moving to the APC. Now, the Kwankwaso movement, which is very strong in Kano State as we speak, is equally starting to look like it's fragmented, where some members who used to believe in the Kwankwaso movement are starting to look back and say, well, if our governor goes to APC, well, there's nothing really bad if we just decide to follow through and just join him. So, hence why he made that statement that nobody has left the NNPP and has truly succeeded. But let's not forget that he was never born as a member of the NNPP. He also had left political parties before, the NNPP. And then all of a sudden he has this very strong cult following, which up until today, we must mention that in Kano State, he's a very, very strong, just as Wike is putting a stronghold in the South, you have the Kwankwaso movement strong in Kano State as well.
Turns out that there are people also in Kano State who are advocating, they're reaffirming their loyalty to Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and the Kwankwaso movement, and are pleading for him to lead them into the APC. They have said...
that's a fragmented issue.
Quote it. He said... Oh, okay.
So
he
he's been pulled by different interests.
Yeah, we have resolved to remain loyal to Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and we appeal to him to lead us into the APC whenever he decides to make that move. This is from Abdullahi Rogo. They are political stakeholders in Rogo local government area of Kano State. And it is quite maybe not a surprise to see what's happening. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is a force, but then again, this reminds us about what we often say here, that there is a game of politics, and politicians will always play that game. Just like one of our YouTube comments said, this one is from Melvin Orianwu. He says, no permanent friends or enemies, only permanent interests. That's what it is. It's really no permanent friends or enemies. People would always go where their interests
that's the mantra in politics.
Align, exactly. Today, they are enemies. Tomorrow, they are best friends, so long as their interests align. And that's what
let's see what wise Nigerians are saying.
But maybe we should start with the statement from the press statement from APC Kano State.
In Kano.
And then we'll go to what Nigerians are saying. So the APC Kano State has spoken, and this is what the APC in Kano State says. The APC in Kano State has reiterated its readiness to welcome Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf into the party ahead of his planned defection from the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. The Kano State chairman of the APC, Prince Abdullahi Abbas, stated this while reacting to recent political developments, describing the anticipated move as guided by unity, reconciliation, and the collective interest of Kano States. Speaking on behalf of the party's national leader, former chairman and immediate past governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, Abbas stressed that the call for Governor Yusuf to join the APC is not rooted in political rivalry, but in a sincere desire to build a more united and prosperous Kano State. In other words, to connect to the center, or to be aligned with the center. They say it's about unity, reconciliation, and moving Kano State forward, and that the APC is ready to receive him. So there you have it. Maybe we should ask our viewers in Kano State what their thoughts are, and if they are open to the NNPP, especially supporters of the NNPP, party loyalists in Kano State, if they think that this will be a great move that they will be aligning themselves with. Anyway, let's now move on to what Nigerians are saying.
Carlo Gambino says Kwankwaso is playing games. Abba is going to APC as an advanced team. Kwankwaso is not interested in getting APC out of power. So he's not really sure. He's neither here nor there. Victor Omer says, this guy visited Tinubu the other day and was shining teeth with him. It's all a game plan. Never trust him, he says. Jinze IT says, I feel it's all staged, all planned. The best way to deal with the APC is from the inside. They will infiltrate APC, give master strategist hope, then make him hopeless.
That's, I keep saying that would be the biggest twist too.
I mean, we've seen the APC use it for other parties, so if it's being used on them, it's all, they say it's all fair and square in war. Adeni Andero says, Kwankwaso is really pained. He needs to check himself politically. Ganduje, your ally, a deputy, but abandoned you the same way Yusuf is now. President Tinubu loves you, calls you his friend, you misbehave, and all this shows you're not a good politician and perhaps selfish. Says Adini. Paris says you guys have too many Tinubu moles in your party. Ahmad Dev. So one thing I can see from this tweet is that everyone thinks it's a script. Ahmad says it's a script. Here's how it is. Abba is the advanced party. Kwankwaso doesn't want to go softly. So to save face, he will wait till dying minute before he decamps to APC. Kwankwaso is a proud person, so he'll make it seem like APC are begging him to decamp. Okay, and go.
Benga, if this happens, that means this script is a movie-like one that Zebejiro, or the likes should have held and produced ahead of time. But
it's easy to read and project the future with what we're seeing and the body language. So maybe they're not far from true, but time will tell. Time will tell.
Maybe. Well, anyway, tell us what you think as well. We're streaming live on all socials. We're looking forward to wrap up Wake Up Conversations and move to our major stories. But before we do...
I want to take one more comment from you too. But this was regarding Wike and Magnus. And Melvin Orion, first of all, thank you for the compliment. He says, Happy New Year to you guys. Your combination rocks. Thank you so much, Melvin. He says, I remember when Magnus was crying here and there and Wike dealt with him. It's okay. No permanent friends, no permanent foe, but permanent interest. Or Diego, my brother, he really Diego. But just to also mention that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has officially released the New Year presidential speech, the 2026 speech, and he spoke to a number of things. He talked about a call to unity and responsibility. He did speak about inclusive growth and social development, basically highlighting the things that we have achieved as a nation. And then he spoke about security and national stability. Maybe I should read some excerpts from that, because I know that Nigerians are generally, right now, we're in a situation where we're so particular about the state of insecurity. He says, in 2026, our security, I'll start with, in collaboration with international partners, including the United States, decisive actions were taken against terrorist targets in parts of the Northwest on December 24th. Our armed forces have since sustained operations against terror networks and criminal strongholds across the Northwest and Northeast. In 2026, our security and intelligence agencies will deepen cooperation with regional and global partners to eliminate all threats to national security. We remain committed to protecting lives, property, and the territorial integrity of our country.
Where was the statement released from?
By SSA, SSA has released a statement.
I get where Benga is coming from.
Where?
Where is he at the moment of releasing the statement?
And why are we not getting a national broadcast, as it's a tradition?
We're expecting the president to have addressed us, right? And video, maybe talk to Nigerians, give them hope, let them know that, listen, the tax reforms. He did release a statement on Tuesday that the tax reform laws must begin today. No going back. The Nigerians should just please embrace it. And today, again, we have a goodwill message for 2026.
But you expect the president to give a...
Yeah, I was expecting that.
But the president is on leave. They said he's going for end-of-year holiday. Are you going to work when you're on leave? Even the broadcast, you'll be working. I'm
hoping that in the new year we hear more from him directly as opposed to hearing from his representatives.
Or statements.
Yes, it actually gives a sense of comfort to hear, because sometimes text can be misinterpreted, but you can't you hardly be able to misinterpret hearing directly. Then you can read body language. You can see the empathy as opposed to reading text. But we'll get away from that. Final comments I'll take on YouTube for now, but there are more comments. Keep your comments coming. This is someone speaking regarding alignment, and he doesn't understand what kind of alignment. This is basically me saying that Kano State is aligning itself with the center. He said alignment indeed. How many development have we seen in Kogi?
All the states
Edo
that
and
aligned.
Ekiti since the alignment. Well.